Okay, so you can see this is the section that I've cleared, or a cant I think they call it. So I've cleared out this section. There is some branches on the ground. I'm not too worried about that. It's all quite small, rots down fairly quickly when in contact. My next job is to go into the one that I did last year and to thin out the shoots. You can just leave them, depends what kind of growth you want. I'd rather have a few thicker stems to manage your firewood than loads. And you can see they've tillered back really quite heavily. So I'll show you now some of these stumps, and then we'll have a look at thinning them out. I'm just going to do it with secateurs, I think, or a small little pruning saw. Okay, you see down here how many we've got. We've got quite a cluster. If all these grew up, obviously it's splitting all the energy it's putting into it. And because I'm growing this as firewood, if I was growing it for cover, if I wanted it to be more of a cover from next door's field, then yeah, maybe I'd leave it like this. Lots of leafy growth, be great for goats and things like that if you're feeding them. But I'm gonna fit out these shoots. Now there is a risk here as well. If I thin them out too much, that if we get rabbit or deer damage, then they could kill it off. But I'm going to leave just 3 shoots coming up from these. And actually I'm going to save all these. These are perfect because my brother wants to plant about 200 willow trees at his house. So to save those, absolutely ideal. I'll cut them into like 20-inch lengths and we can use those then. We're going to keep it close to the base. Secateurs on the small stuff. And pick out the biggest shoots. Stuff grows remarkably well. I mean, this is, how long am I? Probably about 9 foot long, 1 year coming back. So we could strip these down as well actually, take the bark off them, use them in the garden. We've done that before now. It's another one of those jobs that looks quite dramatic. There we go. We'll leave that now to grow on. We'll see how they do, and maybe I'll thin it out and just leave one stem growing. Just see on the growth really in the next few years. Be interesting. I might do a couple of rows where I do leave it as 1 stem and some as 2, some as 3, and see which grows back best. Really, I think it depends where you are on your conditions, how wet it is, the growing year. But I mean, yeah, these have grown heck of a height in 1 year, growing back. So kind of any worries when you strip it out as a coppice and you kind of think, oh, how will it grow back? I mean, it grows back good. So it doesn't take long to do 1 stump, but I've got quite a few stumps to do, 30 stumps to do. So I'm going to get on with that now. And that's my bit of management done for this year really. A bit more brambles over there, might be a bit more painful. Okay, so as you can see, that only took me about 25 minutes to manage those 30 trees. Well, 29, I've got 1 missing over there. So I need to put in one of these cuttings and get a new tree to establish. And you can see the absolute bundle of stuff I've taken from there. That's perfect kind of growing stuff. It doesn't take much to grow a willow tree, just bang it in the ground and it'll grow. So I'm going to take a load of those and hopefully plant about 150 to 200 at my brother's, and I'll try and film that as well if anyone's interested in seeing it. Okay, thanks for watching, and see you next time.